Charles Manson claims he is solid as a rock in a taped prison phone call to a pal obtained by Sun Online. In the bombshell recording, Manson, who is currently serving a life sentence for the murders of pregnant actress Sharon Tate and 6 others, claims he is feeling pretty good when asked how he is doing. Gurecki claims the taped call from earlier this year is the last recorded phone call before Manson was taken to hospital last week, reportedly close to death. It comes as another friend of Manson's, Cr. Wallace, also known as Red Wolf, told Sun Online that reports that the 83-year-old is on his deathbed are exaggerated. Gurecki, who collects and sells Manson memorabilia, often posts apparent phone calls with Manson on his YouTube channel. In the recorded call from Corcoran State Prison, California, Gurecki asks Manson, "What's happening?" To which he replies, "Solid as a rock, solid as a soul. Roll wheel, roll." Manson then replied pretty good when asked how he was doing. Later in the long and rambling conversation, Manson rants about an unknown package, saying, "The small people that are trying to get big, they tear everything up that we struggled for. We did all this on death row. That's what the package was all about, but the cowards gave the package to the other side because they won't stand up for our side." Much of the call is inaudible, but at some point Manson tells Gurecki, "You learn a lot in jail. You don't tell somebody I'm gonna beat your A, unless you can do it and get away with it. You say you're gonna beat their A and you can't, and they beat your ass for saying that." He adds, "Don't be faking, that's it, I don't like lying. I mean, I can lie like anyone else, but I know it doesn't do me no good." Meanwhile, Red Wolf, who also says he talks to Manson on the phone regularly, told Sun Online the reports he was close to death were unreliable, and that the 83-year-old had been taken to hospital a few times for tests and procedures in the past few months. Red Wolf, who is part of the pro-Manson environmental group ATWA, said, "The policy of the prison prohibits revealing of inmate health conditions and medical histories. Sadly, Charlie's friends and associates are essentially left in the dark until he finds an opportunity to tell us himself, which is not easily done. He has no access to phone usage while in the hospital, and the CDCR does not allow visitation while inmates are outside of prison grounds." He said the recent reports that Manson had a heart problem and only days to live were false and unsubstantiated. No one outside prison administration and hospital staff has communication with CM Charles Manson, currently, Red Wolf added. The person, who gave all those grossly exaggerated and overtly morbid statements, has not had contact with Charlie for some time, to the best of our assessment. Heart failure is not a known condition affecting CM's health. The last associate and close friend to converse with Charlie was Black Wolf, a fellow ATWA member, who visited him 2 Saturdays ago. CM has been to the hospital a few times since January for tests and procedures. He added, however, that death is not something feared by Manson. Manson began to gather a small group of young, largely female devotees, mainly from broken middle-class homes, known as the Manson family, in around 1967. In the summer of 1969, he directed his followers to murder in what was part of a plan to incite a race war, according to prosecutors. He ordered 4 of his followers, Susan Atkins, Linda Kasabian, Patricia Krenwinkel and Charles Tex Watson, to the Beverly Hills address of movie actress Sharon Tate with the instruction to kill everyone inside. Less than 24 hours later, the gang tortured, murdered and mutilated wealthy LA couple Rosemary and Lino LaBianca. They used their blood to write Rise, Death to Pigs, and Helter Skelter, a reference to the Beatles song, on the walls and refrigerator door. Manson and his accomplices were all sent down for the murders, apart from Kasabian, who testified against them and played no direct part in the killings. Manson was originally sentenced to death but was spared execution, and his sentence was converted to life in prison after the California Supreme Court declared the death penalty unconstitutional in that state.